Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to discuss Hansen's disease, McCarthyism, and the Red Menace down in the crimson catacombs of Perfidious Manor in Darga's dungeon. Am I really going to talk about the Red Menace and Hansen's disease? No, probably not. But it does turn out that whether it's former Senator Joseph McCarthy or former porn star Jenny McCarthy, McCarthyism of either variety, it's always bad. Whether you're falsely accusing innocent people of being secret communist sympathizers and or agents, or denying actual decades upon decades of medical evidence and science, you're still an idiot actively encouraging others to engage in your variety of idiocy. That's what you're doing. You're encouraging people to do something that is monumentally stupid. Though, I suppose, when you think about it, yeah, both varieties of McCarthy, there's actually no difference there now that I think about it. Both varieties of McCarthyism are really just the same thing. They're sensationalist bullshit based on no actual evidence or fact that's completely and totally designed to make somebody else feel important, to make them feel better about themselves. Jenny or Joe, you're both the same. Honestly, it's enough to make you want... I wonder if Jenny and Joe were related. Do you think they're like descendants somehow? Man, how perfect would that be? It would be like the total poetic justice of the universe to be like, yeah, it turns out McCarthyism is also unique to this family. You could go before the Supreme Court and try and get them to overturn Brandenburg v. Ohio, and the only evidence you would actually need to present is the McCarthy family tree. You'd be like, hey, look right here, Mr. Chief Justice, I think this is all the evidence you need. I present to you one Jenny McCarthy, descendant of Joseph McCarthy, both of whom are engaged in actively making free speech look bad. What the hell's Brandenburg v. Ohio, Pete? It's like a case ruling. But when they originally did, it's like the shouting fire in a crowded theater kind of thing, where some forms of speech are definitely not protected, especially when false. Jenny McCarthy, I'm looking at you. Some forms of free speech are not protected, but they actually limited that slightly. Brandenburg v. Ohio came after the original court case decision where they said, you can't shout fire in a crowded theater because it's liable to cause imminent lawless action. They actually revised it slightly in Brandenburg v. Ohio to make it so that people could protest against the war. That was what the original case was about. People were handing out like anti-draft pamphlets during World War I. And they said, yeah, this, is a threat to the nation, doesn't constitute free speech. Brandenburg v. Ohio sort of refined the definition a little bit and said, no, you know what? People are allowed to speak their minds about that sort of thing. They can't, however, say things that will cause like inciting a riot. That's not protected speech. That's the kind of stuff that's still okay, it's not cool. And arguably, I don't know whether Jenny McCarthy's particular brand of idiocy doesn't sort of already fall under that. Is it likely to incite imminent lawless action? No, I suppose not, because there's no law saying you have to vaccinate your kids, although there really probably should be. There's no law that says it, so I guess it slips through on a loophole, but it's still encouraging people to do something powerfully stupid. Just knock it off, both of you. Jenny, Joe, you're dead, so there's nothing for you to knock off anymore, but Jenny McCarthy, fucking stop it already. Just quietly go retire. You're fine. You already had a better career than you were entitled to based on your skills and talents. Book of Rage, another short veteran. What am I doing? I'm looking for missions. The team we're taking into the dungeon is already set, by the way. We're going to go with Jack Dawson. We're going to go with Maud Flanders. We're going to go with Lori Grimes. And bringing up the rear, we're going to get old Sophia Pelletier. We got the Strays here who are going in. Why are you taking this team? Because I want to get them up to level 5. We can get... Sophia's got an outside chance. Lori Grimes is a slam dunk. Dawson is also going to be an outside chance. But Maud Flanders is also a slam dunk. What should we have them do, though? I kind of feel like maybe they go kill the fulminating prophet. Alternatively, we could have them go take a shot at the Swine King. I kind of feel like maybe the fulminating prophet would be better for these guys. We've got damage, and the ability to swap people around is really important here. What we don't have is a lot of, like, mobility. We could go with Shadow Fade and Lunge. Like, if we got rid of Toxin Trickery, although... Is that a great idea? And also, we might want to pick up Poison Darts. Let's think about this for a moment. And while we think, let's also go to the Blacksmith. Can you guys get upgrades? No. Skill upgrades, I think you guys are probably already capped on, right? No. And this is, in fact, a critical oversight. Something we need to fix immediately. Let's get you taken care of. Dawson also needs some... Yeah, okay. Definitely want to get this taken care of before we go mess with the fulminating prophet then. We want to make sure everybody's in full fighting trim. I think Sophia's okay. Yeah, she's actually the one person that's okay, except for, of course, Lunge and Shadow Fade. Pete, how come you buy all the skills on the... Well, I don't normally like to buy skills I'm not going to use. But in this case, for Sophia, I kind of feel like we're going to use all of these skills. We'll keep her with her standard toolkit on the way to the fulminating prophet, but when we get there, I think we'll have her switch to Lunge and Shadow Fade, and probably also Poison Darts. I think we'll get rid of maybe Pick to the Face. In fact, yeah, I think we'll definitely get rid of Pick to the Face. Poison Darts only works from position 3 or 4, but we could Shadow Fade, Poison Dart. Now, if it only works from 3 or 4, ideally we don't want that, so we'll go with maybe just Thrown Dagger, Lunge, and Shadow Fade. We'll, you know, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, let's get our regular skills back in action. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of Toxin Trickery for now. It's fine. I'm overthinking. Getting to the fulminating prophet is not the difficult part. Killing the fulminating prophet is the difficult part. So we're going to unequip all trinkets, sort those by rarity, although we unequip trinkets on our leper that we're probably just going to throw right back on him, because he's going to take these brawler's gloves, and then he's going to take these leper's arm bandits, and he's going to be in the front position doing overwhelming catastrophic damage to our foes. This is what we want out of Jack Dawson. Stand up front and beat a man's face in. So what do we want out of Sophia? I think we go a little bit different than we did last time. The fulminating prophet has the ability to do massive single target damage, so we want to just get as much dodge on Sophia as we can. I do think the quick draw charms would be good, but instead, let's give her a base 45% to just dodge flat out any attack. What are we going to do for our Plague Doctor? This one is a non-issue. It's going to be a Blasphemous Vial and a Bited Herb. This is standard adventuring gear for these guys. That's what they get. What else do we want to take? We want to take Turbo Healing. So it's going to be Junia's Head and the Sacred Scroll. Nothing fancy here. We're taking a little bit of additional stress, but for that little bit of additional stress, we're getting just an overwhelming increase to our overall healing capacity. I think we're good. This feels like a solid outlay. Everybody good? Yep, just double checking. We're going to fight the fulminating prophet. This guy's no joke. In fact, I may be taking sort of an unnecessary risk here. We don't need to kill the fulminating prophet, but I wouldn't mind getting him off of the menu just to sort of free this mission up to be something else. We're going to take full stacks of food. The fulminating prophet, you know what? He does have a blight attack, which can be a problem. Let's take a little extra anti-venom and actually hang on to it until we get to the fulminating prophet instead of throwing it on the floor. We will take a skeleton key, a couple bandages, 2 full stacks of torches. No reason to skimp on this one. Holy water. I think 1 vial is acceptable. We looking good? You know what? Grab a couple more anti-venoms just in case. Just in case. The fulminating prophet does have a kill on us. We got to remember, one of the people that we lost, I believe, got killed by the fulminating prophet. I know we also lost one to Wilbur, too, to a squeal attack, like a 1-point damage attack, I think, managed to kill a guy. Yeah, his wild speculations about the fact that vaccines caused autism, because, you know, which is worse, autism or dying of measles or mumps? Autism is not great, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's something you actively want to seek, but if your choices are having autism or being dead, I think the choice is clear. So we got 4 rooms here, 4 rooms here. Our actual destination, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fulminating prophet is going to be up here. The drawback to this, we've got... I mean, there's really no good choice here as far as which direction do we take. It's, hey, do you want a shit sandwich or do you want a shit burrito? I mean, I guess I'll take the shit burrito, I suppose. With the burrito, you got the barrier of the tortilla. If you get the shit sandwich, the shit's just gonna seep into the bread, and then you got like soggy, shitty bread. That's just, no, you want to try and avoid that. Don't let the poop seep into the bread. You got more of a moisture barrier if you're working the shit sandwich. Or rather, if you're working the shit burrito. Pete, how come we're not putting any damage on those front rakes? I sincerely feel like my boy Jack Dawson is going to be able to kill both of those maggots with 1 swing. He's going to do so much damage here. Yep, that's exactly what happened, too. So this guy's probably going to double up on us. The ghoul's going to go back to back. Nice. Love getting criticaled by an attack that already does a catastrophic amount of stress. The healing we can fix almost immediately, so that's not that big of an issue. The heals are not a problem, but the stress, we got no way to combat that. The critical heal does help undo some of it, admittedly. This guy's gonna go again. Skull toss at mod. Just don't critical me. It's fine. 14 stress. We do get an opportunity to camp before we have to go in and fully tango with the Prophet himself. 12 damage from Jack Dawson. It ain't great, but it's something. Give me a little pick to the face, and that's fatal damage then. Here, do that. Get a little bit of extra bump from Maud Flanders. We get her 2 extra health. No reason to hit that guy. He was already dead. Picked up 6 crests and an extra bandage for our trouble. We'll grab a torch and burn a torch. What's our light level at? 79. We're wasting a little bit of light there. We squandered a total of 4. We're going to have a fight in this room, though. Rather keep the light level high. I want to keep our stress to a minimum. Tempting Goblet. Jack Dawson is the perfect target. He is the one person in this team that actually has a stress heal. So let's get rid of the stress-causing unit. We do have some problematic damage units in this lot as well. That's fatal damage for one of those 2. As well as bonus damage on the Spearman. Yep, okay. We're gonna... It was a 10-point critical, guys. Do you really need to be that freaked out over a 10-point critical? See, now be freaked out about that one, because that's basically going from uninjured to death's door in almost a single hit. That's the one you're entitled to be a little bit freaked out about. We can hit both of these guys. Softening this guy up, we put a little more blight damage on him. We may have a fatal encounter here. Let's go ahead and do that. Taking him for 10. Yep, that's fatal damage. All right, let's get a directed heal then on our girl who just got her fucking slobber knocked. What's a slobber knocker? You know, I've never really understood that. I always interpreted that phrase slobber knocker as being hitting someone in the head so hard that spit flies out of their mouth. That's what I've always interpreted the slobber knocker as. Give him the slobber knocker. Start putting some blight damage on this guy. We're going to get good mileage out of this. This guy does have a relatively high protection stat. Crushing blow coming down, landing on Jack Dawson, giving him a little bit of a debuff. That debuff isn't a big deal for the stun resist. A lot of damage there. More troublesome, though. Look at this. We went from almost no stress to just a truckload of stress, and we did it in very, very short amount of time. Chest is trapped. The Fulminating Prophet does also have some stress attacks, which is unfortunate. If we have to take a week or 2 of downtime for these guys after this mission, though, it's not the end of the world. We'll kill the Fulminating Prophet, we get him bumped up, we toss him in stress relief, take a week off, find something else to do with ourselves in the meantime. You know, we'll pick up a hobby. We'll learn to, like, crochet. It's a useful skill. You can, you know, fashion clothing and small objects de art. Map inside. Give me the scouting, though. Could have been worse. Scouting is actually phenomenally useful for us. It allows us to confirm our suspicions on the Fulminating Prophet, and also, more importantly, confirm that there is not another fight between ourselves and the Prophet. That bookcase can go straight to hell. Excuse me? I had a map, and the map did not indicate that there was supposed to be a hallway battle in this location. That was pretty good. We might be able to get fatal damage before that guy gets a chance to fuck with us. No. We needed one hit from our Gravedigger, and there's like another 50 aggregate stress for us as well. Fantastic. We're gonna get a stress attack here too. Yep. Dodge it. There's my girl. Alright. No more crap out of the Doomsayer. You can keep your mouth shut forever now. Taking a little rend for the old gods. That's problematic for Jack Dawson, because lepers are vulnerable to bleeds. We got a lot of damage getting splattered around here, too. Let's go ahead and pump him up. Get some directed heals on Dawson. Go for some directed damage from Dawson. That's good aggregate. We've got enough. Okay, that's just enough. We don't have to hit this guy with anything else, which does allow us to kill this unit with a blight combo damage. That's 2 that are going to drop dead. We got to take 1 more swing from this guy maximum. which we did not manage to dodge, unfortunately, and did begin to bleed. Well, let's give you a directed heal. You know what? Here, Dawson, you fix yourself, actually. The stress relief is also potentially useful. We'll have you likely quarantine during our camping session. Pick to the face. And we could cure one of these bleeds, but I'd much rather just kill this guy lest we take another unwanted critical and tag on another billion stress we don't need. Little extra food. Let's get rid of that. He's got a 2-point bleed on him. You have a 4-point bleed on you. We'll cure that one. We'll let Dawson take an extra 2 damage. It's not the end of the world. We don't really want to go into the fulminating prophet fight hurt. I don't really see the need for us to use a torch between here and there. Trap disarm is bad, but yours is just, hey, free stress relief right there. We're going to get a little bit more free stress relief also on the way to the prophet fight itself. Stashed heirlooms, picking up 6 crests. I'm going to keep my light level at 100. We already had one hallway fight where there wasn't supposed to have a hallway fight. Let's make sure that does not happen again. So what are we going to do in this room? We are definitely going to camp. Alright. First off, get the feast because we need the stress relief. We do have to cure diseases because you have the runs and we have like somebody else who has 1 disease, right? Somebody else has 1, I thought? Yes? No? No. Okay, so it's just you. You can cure your own disease. What can you do that in the least amount of time with? The cure. This costs 1, self-only, gets rid of your disease and gives you disease resist. Sorted. Jack yourself full of morphine in the eyeballs. So, gallows humor. Gets rid of 25. You know what? Yep. We picked up 12. Still, that was a huge net gain. Quarantine, you take 20% HP damage. Everybody else gets significant amounts of stress relief. Yes. We're gonna go, you know what, we can pump him up with food on the back end of this, and I think we just sanctuary here to prevent nighttime ambush. It does cost 4 time, and nobody has a mortality debuff, so we got no stress relief out of that, but our overall stress levels are back to a really manageable level. And then what are we gonna do with Dawson, despite, oh, he won't eat again because he's full, huh? Okay. Well, we'll have to, like, concentrate on keeping his health high. His ability to withstand in the final fight here against the fulminating prophet is going to hold us, I think, in pretty good stead as well. Yeah, no fucking way am I fighting a shambler right before I go in to fight the fulminating prophet. What are you, out of your goddamn mind? I'm going in at 100 light. Can we eat food? Still can't eat food. So we have every buff we could possibly get. Before we go in, let's adjust our skills. So Sophia... Flashing daggers, and we want to keep thrown dagger, but then we want to get rid of toxin. Toxin trickery gives us a big dodge bonus. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of pick to the face. We're going to take lunge. We're going to take shadow fade. We're going to take thrown dagger. And we're going to take toxin trickery. Those are the abilities we're using just for the fulminating prophet. Dawson, do we want to switch you up at all? There are going to be no corpses in this fight, so we do not need Purge. I'm going to take Solemnity instead because we might want to be able to heal. He's occasionally going to be a little banged up. Are we going to switch around Lori Grimes? Nope, got everything we need. And what about Maud Flanders? Maud, likewise, has all of the tools that we require. We could go for some resistance increases by drinking this holy water. I say yes, let's do that. And that's it. We're as good as we're going to make it. I'll burn this final torch. I'm walking in this room with 100 light. The Shambler can eat all of my dong. Let's start working over 1 fulminating prophet. Calamitous prognostication. So this is telling us where our damage is going to go. We would like to get Lori Grimes out of the way. And what we're going to do... Okay, so we're going to start things off. Sophia's going to toxic trickery. Just to make sure that when that falls and hits us in the face, it doesn't kill us. We're never going to get a stun off on this guy. Let's just go ahead and start working blight damage. The pews, I believe, are immune to blight damage. Fulminating prophet, we just need to hit as hard as we can, as fast as we can. Jack Dawson also is sort of the perfect guy to work over these pews, too. Got his eye on us. Nice dodge, take a little bit of stress. I am expecting also to walk out of this fight with some stress damage on us. Yep. Okay. Grimes is on death's door. That's fine. We should get a chance to heal before the prophet goes... Nope, never mind. Calamitous prognostication does not do damage. It does not. Certain disaster will strike here. Okay, so you're going to throw a knife into this man's heart. 23 damage critical is nice. Okay, you are going to withstand. We are not going to get a heal on Lori Grimes before the ceiling falls on us, are we? Nope. Very lucky that did not hit. Okay, one of you guys needs to get a goddamn action here. You've got to be shitting. Okay, fucking heal yourself. You got to get off death's door before the ceiling collapses on you. Maud Flanders is not going to get a heal. Here comes the Rubble of Ruin. The fact that it's hit Lori Grimes both times is real unfortunate. It's hit Lori Grimes both times. Well, we're dead then. I really need one of you guys to be faster. Please be faster. I need you to be a little bit faster, please. Okay, good. Once again, battlefield medicine yourself so that when the ceiling falls on your head, you don't die. Maud Flanders, I mean, we could heal here, but it's not going to do us any good whatsoever. That doesn't help us in any capacity. We're better off to put that elsewhere. Get their eye on us. Don't be stunned. They're both stunned. Beautiful. We gotta get through these pews, dog. Man, that Rubble of Ruin is just doing catastrophic damage to our Plague Doctor here. Oh, good, they're both stunned. Well, the target we want hit is going to get hit. We're going to have no chance to heal here. You should definitely Toxin Trickery. We want to have you dodge it when the ceiling falls. You're not going to be able to heal. You're not going to be able to heal. We can try and keep chopping our way through these pews. 23 stress. Really sucks. On the plus side, neither of our healers got stunned. Here comes the Rubble. We managed to dodge it. 2 of our team are now on death's door. We really need an opportunity to go. Okay, Calamitous Prognostication, not the end of the world here. We are doing effectively no damage to the Prophet. Oh, we're dead then. Yeah, we're done. We wasted a trooper. We should not ever have come here. Fighting the never fight the fulminating prophet. That's 2 times he's fucking killed somebody. What? We fall so that we may learn to pick ourselves up. Yeah, we all fall so that we don't even get EXP out of this. God damn it. Why did I think I could take the fulminating prophet? Fighting the fulminating prophet is just... It's stupid. He's like one of the most difficult bosses in the dungeon. He's more difficult than some of the bosses in the darkest dungeon, actually. Well, Lori Grimes died, so that was a huge investment of time and cash wasted. Delightful. On the plus side, it does open up a roster slot. Yay! You know what? I deserve that. I really did. There is a level 0 Plague Doctor, which I'm not going to recruit. I don't want a level 0 Plague Doctor. They do nothing for us. I'm not happy with myself right now, because now we're down to 5 deaths, and we can look forward to losing 3 more in the darkest dungeon. At a minimum, we're going to lose 3 when we fight the boss, which means we've got 4 total more deaths to play. Well, actually, 3 total more deaths to play with. Sonorous Prophet has now claimed one, as has the Fulminating Prophet. And the lesson we should be learning from this playthrough is just don't fight bosses ever. We've lost 5 people. 3 of the people we have lost have been lost. We've lost them bosses. Lori Grimes, Fulminating Prophet, Sonorous Prophet, Wilbur, which is a joke, but still, we're not fighting any more bosses. That's it. It's just it's a bad value proposition. There's no reason to doing it. There's no real benefit to doing it. And I'm going to stop, much like I'm going to stop this episode so I can go kick myself. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to watch more stupid decisions, ultimately resulting in the loss of a campaign, might consider subscribing as well, because stupid decisions are my specialty. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.